Hello, this is Mike, NoStressMike.com. Oh, I got some fun stuff. We've been so serious all this time. No more being serious. Let's play some games. Let's have some fun. And what we're going to do is we're going to figure out how to have fun in a disaster. And it's hard to plan these disasters. So what we're going to do is I want to give you some situations that you can do to help mentally get yourself ready and use some of the stuff that you're supposed to be collecting and you should have already. And we're going to talk about them. We're going to talk about how to, what you need to do. It's just an exercise. Is all it is. It's a fun exercise. You're going to learn a lot. And just like everything in life, it's the little things that make the difference. And you're going to find all kinds of little things once you start doing these simple exercises. Okay, we're going to try a simple exercise the whole family can get involved in and have so much fun. Okay, what we're going to do is on the weekend, the only water we're going to have access to will be in the bathtub. And that's the only water you'll have for the weekend. And that's the only thing that you got to do. That's the only thing. So I suggest you tell the kids to prepare because they're not going anywhere on Saturday and Sunday. And so if they're going to go out, they can go out on Friday night. But when they wake up Saturday morning, the exercise has begun. And what you're going to do is you, on either Friday night or Saturday morning, fill the bathtub up with water. And that's the only water that you have access to for the weekend. Okay, now, what you're going to learn. Okay. Or at least this is what I've learned anyway. Okay, when I travel, sometimes I go to places where the water is not safe at all. So I end up having to use bottled water. So I'll use bottled water to, when I wake up in the morning, get myself refreshed, brush my teeth, wash my face, get everything all ready to go. I use a bottle of water. That's an experience. Try, see if you can do it with one 16-ounce bottle of water because it's a little tough. It's a little tough. And so your water will be limited to whatever's in the bathtub. Now, in Vietnam, and sometimes when I come after a hurricane or some big disaster or something, when I come into one of them, if they don't have any water, what we end up doing is we take a bath with a cup and a 5-gallon bucket of water. And if you're, okay, I was in this one place one time where we had this little room, and then you just go in, take your bath in this little room. And it had a hole in the floor, about like that, and nothing else was in the room. And so you carry your bucket in, along with the little cup, and you take a bath. And that's one way of doing it. One time I stayed in this village in Mexico, little village, this little dinky thing, and it was real funny. They had, you'll see a lot of places down in Central America, they have places where people do laundry and stuff. Well, this was kind of like that, but it was a spring, a natural spring. It just came up out of the ground, and they had big rocks around there. I mean, it wasn't even, the rocks all the way around wasn't even, I'd say, maybe 6 foot in diameter is what it was. And the water would come up over the top of it. And what they would do, they'd get 5-gallon buckets of water and go there and they'd scoop up a 5-gallon bucket of water and take it to their house. That's what they used for water. That was their best water, was right there. Now, where it comes up and comes over, then it kind of makes like a little creek. And then they put a bunch of these like river rock, they're big rocks, but they're rounded. All these rocks, they put those around there, and it was probably about probably about the size of a 8-foot by 8-foot bedroom, about that size, and was surrounded with rocks. These big rocks, big round rocks, and that's where you take a bath. You take a bath in that. So people would go in and get in there and they take a bath. And there's like a lot of little rocks. And they'd use those little round river rock and use those to, that's what they washed up with, was like that. And then they had, like I say, the water would come up and then go into this one pool where everybody would take a bath. And then it funneled back down to another place where they had all these big rocks. Well, they did the laundry. They'd come over there and they'd put their clothes in the water there and then wash it up, rub it on the rocks and stuff like that. And that's where they did their laundry. And then the rest of it just ran on down. So the using water, there's a trick for doing it. And people find the right way to make the water last. In Vietnam and some of the disasters I've been in, we've had, when you want to take a shower, you had to bring your own water. And what you do is you get a 5-gallon bucket. And what they did, normally they had like a 55-gallon drum sitting up, and then you could walk up underneath it, and they had a valve there. You turn the valve on and stuff. But you want to take a bath, you got to walk up there and dump your 5-gallon water in there, and then you go down and open up the valve and let the water put on you and turn it off, and then take your bath, and then and you're limited to 5 gallons. That's how much water you dumped in there, so that's how much water you used in your bath. Now, it just depends. Some places, they run water in there, so then it wasn't like that. But some, you had to carry your own 5 gallons of water. So that's another reason why I'm saying learn to take a bath with 5 gallons of water. One time, or when I was in Vietnam, we didn't take very many baths. I was out in the jungle. We came to the rear, usually once every month, about every 30 days, we'd come back to the rear and we'd get new clothes, they'd tend to our wounds and stuff like that. We had a lot of diseases because it was really hard. We couldn't take a bath. I mean, we were camping out 13 months. Other than one night a month, we would come in. And when you come in, you would, like I say, get new clothes and clean up, get a haircut, and get yourself all fixed up, all spruced up, and ready to go to war the next day, the next morning. We'd come in late afternoon, and we'd leave in the early morning, anywhere between 3 and 5 o'clock in the morning. We would pull out, and the rest of the time we were out in the bush. So taking a bath, if you took a bath, you would take it in the creeks or in the rivers. Now you got to remember, they're contaminated. So if you got any open wounds and stuff, it was tough. I don't know if you ever heard of it, but we always called it jungle rot. And what it was infections. Any little thing. I mean, you're not going to get any little thing? How about a mosquito bite? A mosquito bite. And then when you scratch it, bam-o! Now you got some jungle rot, because it's going to get infected. Any open wound at all will get infected. And so baths were really tough to do. And so what you're going to learn is when the kids want to take a bath, you can get a 5-gallon bucket and go get a cup and go take a bath. Or you go on and get in the bathtub and take a bath, contaminate all the water, and now nobody will have any kind of water to use. And this will give you a chance I would suggest to use water purification. I don't trust any water, even tap water in the United States. I don't drink tap water. So, I use the Berkey myself, and so I always run all my water through that and get all the fluoride out and get all the impurities out of it. And but like I say, you can do whatever you want to do. But the only water the family will have access to will be in the bathtub. Now, that is, oh, and you'll understand, on my ready list, I got a ready list on my hotspot ready list on my website, and you'll see in there playing cards. Now, the reason playing cards in there, and that is to break up the boredom. But like I say, you probably won't have that problem because you're still going to have electricity. This is just a simple preparedness exercise, and that's water. Your water is limited, and that's the only thing. That's the only thing. You can still watch TV, you can do all that kind of stuff, but you will understand why I have playing cards, and there's other things that you can do. And you've got electricity, so you can clean your guns. You can have all kinds of fun and family time. You know, especially when you're trying to explain to the kids how to take a bath, and then you give them a bottle and tell them this is what you're going to brush your teeth with, and you know, this type of stuff. And this way, you'll have an idea of what it's like after disaster. Now, you've got the advantage because you've got time to mentally prepare the whole family. Tell them what's going to happen, and tell them that, well, you're all going to work together to get through the weekend. And then you're ready to do your thing. And then, like I say, come Saturday morning, there it goes, right there. And like I say, the only thing is, kids can't leave the house. Y'all can play in the yard, go cut the grass, have a big family weekend. But do it all at the house. You can go on and get your popcorn and like I say, watch TV, watch DVDs. You can do anything you want to do. Just the only water is limited to what's in the bathtub. Just that. That's the only thing. And you all stay together for the weekend. And you're going to learn a lot of stuff about each other and about surviving. Okay, now this is just one exercise. We're going to get, this is the easiest one of all of them. This is the easiest one. This is Mike, NoStressMike.com.